them like that anymore.
Thank goodness.
I love you, Russ!
Oh no.
And why on earth you suggested putting our coats on 5 minutes before the end?
I did we could leave before the stampede.
We won't feel the benefit now when we go outside.
Well, not that old wives' tale again. Not that I'm calling you an old wife, darling.
Come on.
Oh. I don't know how much longer I can wait.
Surely you don't need to go again.
Oh, I meant this place for good. Preferably sometime before midnight would be nice, Liz. I think I'm losing the will to live.
Oh, don't be so dramatic.
Me, dramatic? Probably the most exciting part of the evening was missing 15 minutes and having to ask the entire row to stand up, twice in fact. There was more movement going on there than on the stage.
Is that the best that you can come up with? You didn't help things by leaving your mobile on. How many times did I remind you to turn it off?
Oh, it was Kevin. To check that I hadn't been kidnapped by the Russ Appreciation Society.
It was so embarrassing. The chicken song playing throughout the only scene he had.
Oh, I couldn't get to it in time.
The woman beside me wasn't too happy either about being disturbed.
Well, if you ask me, the whole evening had been disturbing. Witnessing all these women of a certain age swooning over their favourite actor.
That's highly original, Robert. I hope you're not including me in that description.
Oh, most definitely, my darling.
Stop complaining, will you?
Me complaining?
You said you were happy to come along.
Oh, only because Sally dropped out at the last minute, so I thought I'd accompany you downtown Barnes. I made a catastrophic mistake, thinking that I'll be able to stomach it. I could have stayed home with my model soldiers.
I suppose anything's got to be worth a try to put a stop to that stupid hobby of yours.
She probably couldn't face another night with Russ.
You leave Russ out of it. He's a terrific actor and a delightful person.
Call that acting? He only played the postman.
He's won plenty of awards.
Yes, so did I, Ant and Dec.
You can be very mean and hurtful at times. At least you're consistent.
Yeah. How's Sally these days? Is she still a lapsed atheist?
I doubt she knows what she is at the moment. The last time I asked her, I think she said she was a pescatarian.
It's freezing out here.
All I want is an autograph for the programme.
But we've been waiting outside the stage for exactly an hour and 18 minutes with no sign of Russ so far in just about everyone else. What a silly little name he's got.
No more than yours, Robert, dear.
What on earth do you see in him?
You couldn't even begin to understand. There's something about him. He's dreamy.
Dreamy.
Commanding. Respectful. Fun. Kind. You could take a leaf out of his book.
Sounds like the perfect package. You do realise, Liz, that he's an actor, well, of sorts. That's not what he's really like. I mean in real life, not in your fantasy head.
Oh, be quiet.
I think he's rather effeminate, actually.
Anything but. Robert, I do believe you're jealous.
Me? Jealous? Not in the slightest. I've never heard of anything so ridiculous, darling.
You're the ridiculous one, dear.
For as long as I can remember, there have been 3 of us in this marriage. You, me, and the boy wonder.
It's pure jealousy. Isn't that one of the 7 deadly sins?
Oh, I don't know, but I know what the 8th one should be.
Well, what's that?
Being a member of his Facebook fan club. It's like a cult, I tell you. He could give Tom Cruise a close run for his money. And as soon as we get home, I'm ripping up that calendar of yours in the kitchen.
You will not!
Oh, it's got to stop. It no longer agrees with me.
I've just about had enough. I'm speechless.
Bad time.
Upsetting me.
Sorry, Lizzie. I was only joking.
It's not funny anymore. And you know I don't like being called that. You do it on purpose to annoy me.
What have I got to be jealous about?
You obviously feel threatened, clearly.
What a load of codswallop.
When you look deep into those sparkling blue eyes, you can't help but melt away.
Oh, it's too damn freezing for anything to melt. I'm sure one of them is a glass eye.
Oh, what nonsense!
It's that funny stare he gives. I'm sure the way he acts, it wouldn't surprise me he has got 2 glass eyes.
I've never even met him.
I haven't had the misfortune, only because I've always been sensible enough to keep my distance and stand away from the frenzied crowd of autograph hunters and selfie fanatics. What a group of misfits. Most of them look like a cross between Quasimodo and a neighbourhood stalker.
You're not as funny as you think you are.
Oh, you're infatuated.
And you're obsessed. You can't stop going on about him. What about at Wimbledon? You were practically drooling over that tennis player, half your age, when you asked her for a photo. You could barely control yourself.
Well, that was different.
Like a little schoolboy. And you were living off the story for weeks.
I haven't seen that photo in ages.
That's because I deleted it from your mobile. For my own sanity.
You what?
You heard?
That's my personal property. Midnight. Not a sound
It's
from
his
the bay.
birthday today.
Whose? Oh no, not him again. How do you know that?
I just do.
You seem to know an awful lot about him. You'll be telling me his favourite colour next. Right, that's it. I'm giving him another 5 minutes and then we're off. Russell! Russell! Come out, wherever you are. Must still be in the closet.
It says here that the theatre is said to be haunted. An ungainly-looking, oddly dressed man is occasionally spotted in the upper circle, waving his arms in horror. Huh! I didn't realise that you'd sneaked up there.
He obviously can't afford the stalls either.
We didn't pay for the tickets, remember?
You've certainly managed to get your hands on quite a number of free tickets over the years.
It's the fan club.
How many signed programs have you got now?
16.
Crazy. I wouldn't mind, but every one of them says exactly the same. To dearest Liz, best wishes and love, as always, Russ, followed by 2 kisses. It's a bit weird, isn't it?
It's personalised. He makes it special.
Does he even have a second name?
You know his second name. It's the same name as our Gordon.
What's that?
Gordon, our son. Remember him?
Please, don't tell me you named him after...
Of course not. It was coincidence.
Do hope so.
Our lovely Gordon.
Oh, he's a great lad. It's amazing to think he'll be 25 next month.
It doesn't seem possible.
Oh, he was our little miracle baby.
Not so little now.
It feels like only yesterday. All these years of trying with me being told that I could never father a child. And then, bingo! We hit the jackpot.
It was a miracle.
Who do you think he takes after most?
With his good looks, charm and sense of humour, it has to be his father.
That's a wonderful thing to say. Thank you. I'm sorry, Liz, for being insensitive before. You know how ditchy I get when I'm losing my patience.
You need to calm down.
Yes. I shouldn't pick on Russ. After all, he's giving you something I could never give you.
What's that?
The joy of sex.
What did she say?
The joy of sex. Theatre sex. Shows.
Maybe we shouldn't wait any longer. He could have left by another exit.
Another exit? Now you're telling me? You've changed your tune. Now we've stayed this long, we may as well stay until the bitter end.
I've got to find the loo. I hope the front's still open.
What if he walks out?
Just be yourself. No, maybe that's not the best idea.
What do I say to him? I won't know.
He's not the Dalai Lama, is he? It's not that difficult. I'm sure I'll be back before he gets out. But if not, will you promise to be nice to him?
Okay. Oh, Mr. Gordon.
Good evening. Please call me Russ.
Oh, we loved your performance tonight.
Oh,
It was
praise,
fantastic.
praise indeed. Thank you.
A real good play and fabulous acting.
Yes, all right, all right. Sorry for the wait. It looks like you're the last one standing.
Well, they're still rounding up the ones that got away.
They're what?
They're still. I said they're still. Well, never mind. It wasn't really funny the first time.
It was a joke, I get it now. It wasn't a bad performance tonight, apart from the idiot who had their mobile switched to full volume. What was that?
The chicken song.
What?
I believe. Shocking. What an idiot. When will they learn?
I think a little common courtesy goes a long way. Did you want me to sign?
Oh, yes, my wife's programme.
So she's gone off and left you holding the baby, as it were.
Well, she had to go to powder her nose. She's a massive fan of yours.
What a shame. If it was earlier, I'd wait a little while, but my wife is waiting for me.
Your wife? That's okay.
Who should I write it to?
To Liz.
To Liz. To Liz. I used to know a Liz years ago. I used to call her Lizzie. Beautiful lady. She loved going to the theatre. Look, there we are. Thank you. Pen.
My wife can't get enough of you.
Oh, I wish my wife could say the same to me.
Oh, I'm
That was a little joke of mine.
I see. Thanks for this. She'll appreciate it.
It's always nice to meet my public. Sorry I couldn't meet your wife. Maybe next time, please pass on my best wishes to her.
I will. She'll be back. This is her 17th signed programme, believe it or not.
17th? Then I must know her. I don't recognise you.
I very rarely come with. It's usually a girls' night out.
Liz. Of course! That Liz! So you're the husband?
Robert,
Oh, how's the son?
you know I've got a son.
You get to know your fans pretty well over the years and find out about their lives.
Oh, I'm impressed. Yes, he's doing well, thanks. He's a terrific son. He'll be 25 next month.
25? Well, if he takes after his mother, he won't go far wrong. Look, I must dash. Good to meet you after all this time. Good night.
Good night. Bye. He wasn't what I was expecting. Not at all. Seems like a decent man. I'm afraid you missed him, love.
Oh, good.
Good.
So you won't have to wait any longer.
He's all right, that Russ.
Did you manage to get it signed?
Oh, yes, I did.
Great. To Liz. Regards, Russ Gordon. It's a bit cold.
It is freezing. Come on, let's go.
Lizzie, are you busy?